Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary, let me begin by thanking you for your recent visit to Maine to attend the groundbreaking on the new Veterans Home and also to tour the innovative program called Cabin in the Woods, which provides shelter and services to our homeless veterans. On behalf of all the veterans of Maine, I want you to know that your visit meant a great deal to them.
Thank you. It was an honor.
I have been working closely with former Senator Elizabeth Dole on caregivers, military caregivers. Last month, I was pleased to see that the VA had concurred in principle with all 12 recommendations of the Veterans Families, Caregivers, and Survivors Federal Advisory Council, a panel which includes Senator Elizabeth Dole and many other experts. The number one issue identified by caregivers did not surprise me. It was the need for more respite care. And I know in the budget you've included additional funding to accommodate the expansion that's in the Mission Act for respite care. Could you give us an update on how the VA intends to increase the utilization and the effectiveness of its respite care programs? Dr. Stone.
Senator, thank you. A recognition of the stressors that go into providing care cannot be overstated. The average caregiver has a dramatically higher incidence of illness in themselves as they go through this process. We absolutely believe in the provision of respite for that caregiver, and we have a number of programs through our caregiver program to help train them to recognize the need to take a break, to take time off. And we have funding, as you have mentioned, in our budget and actually in our ability to provide that. So I think it is about establishing this ongoing partnership with the caregiver. It's one of the reasons we ask for regular interaction and recertification of the caregiver's interaction with the veteran to make sure that everybody remains healthy as the years go by. But I appreciate your recognition. Let me also say that Senator Dole has been a wonderful partner in this, and what a treasure she has been. Both the Secretary and I have had the chance to meet with her recently, and I will tell you that it's on target, it's appropriate, and we're just very pleased to have this partnership. Thank you.
She has been an absolutely terrific leader in this issue and testified at a hearing that I held. We also heard from a couple from the state of Maine, and it all of a sudden occurred to me that the spouse was going to be taking care of her husband for the next 50, 60 years. We're not talking about a short period of time. She'd had to leave her job, and the stress on her was just extraordinary. And I know the Dole Foundation is doing a lot in that area.
And I would also say that one of the most important aspects of the Mission Act for me, because my mother fell into that category, is that it finally closes the loop on the Vietnam era and redresses a wrong that has existed for decades.
You are so right about that, and that's something that I worked with Senator Murray on for years to try to get that extension.